Hi, this is Richie NT, and I wanted to say a few words about what I'm saying, and it's the bottom of the line, this service project, not a shaming. Serve as a worker, owner and freelance. Tightroping in understanding a line connected to endings, where one ending is your emotional part of your existence on this world, and another as understanding, as logical part of existence. Why I'm saying to this? Because okay, sorry guys. For the moment, for now, I will I will say you my theory. It's my theory. You don't have to agree with this. Probably everyone is teaching that woman's brain is emotional and man's brain is like logical. And it's probably was measured because of brain activity, you know. And I have different theory, reverse, that woman's brain is logical and man's brain is emotional. Why I'm thinking of this? In general, it's because at the end I will complete this theory another part. However, at the beginning I will say, have you ever as a guy listen to where you're when girls are talking about something and you as a girl, have you heard in how way the men are communicating with themselves? And if you would be a good observer, you can say that, let's say, from the man's perspective, that the girls are very, maybe they are talking a lot of things about a lot of things, etc, etc. However, if you would listen very deep, you would notice this, that in the way how girls are communicating, they are very logic, you know. They are very straightforward, or even if interaction between girl and men, let's say, not saying about the other genders, etc. You can see that the girls, when I saying, they are very logical. They are using very logical reason, and always is it between conversation between girls and between, or even girl-man interaction. Let's say they meeting in the bar or cafe. And other side, when guys are talking, generally, if you would listen to them as a woman, they are very emotional about saying about something, about this, about that. They are not very precise. They are not very straightforward. They are just logical. This guy do, this guy that, this guy this guy that. You know. So I would say that in general, in life, and that's how it looks like. However, however, there is a, what is the English word for this? Okay, it doesn't matter. However, if the conversation is, if the theme of conversation is kind of work or surviving, let's say, in life, it changes. That's in this part of life. It's let's say 20% of our life. The guys are very became logic, straightforward. However, usually when it's a theme of business, money came, the women are very emotional, and then they aren't so much logical. So that's why this is what I've been noticed. You can check that. And why it's common knowledge that girls are emotional and guys are logical. I think that because when was the examination on the probably how react human's brain, those who did these exams, they didn't notice this difference. I think that's very behavioral things. Okay, this is a side note. Okay, so now a couple of words about tightroping and feelings. And this is the milestone of this, of understanding tightroping and feeling as tightroping, because people generally speaking, without, let's say, without people who are not capable to be responsible for themselves, the rest people are driven by logic or emotions. And I'm not saying about distinguish between men and girls, because it's the side part and it's theory. We don't need this, to be honest. In life we don't need this, because evolution and life changes. Like you see that before women always were working. However, now this type of day work is changing through evolution, emancipation, etc. And if I would ask you about, are you driven by emotion or logic? Probably 80, I don't know, probably maybe 93% people will 90% people who are capable to be responsible for themselves will respond that they are both. But it's not the truth. Of course, we are all human beings have a logical part and emotional side. It's a better word. Emotional side and logical understanding side. And however, if you would really look at yourself, how do you react? And if you would have to choose, are you behaving more in logical way or through your entire life, let's say? Are you more driven by logic or emotions? Logic, understanding, or emotions? You probably choose one of them. And why this is important? Because if I would ask you how to describe feelings, people who are emotional will gonna describe the feelings in using their emotional side. They would probably say something, oh, feelings is this, when this happened to me, I'm feeling, oh, I deep inside of me, I'm feeling something. This probably would say emotional side driven person. However, this logical understanding person would say probably that feelings is when you happening this, then you are smiling, or when this happening that, you are not so sad. Sometimes you are react this, So you see the difference. People who are more logic, they would say something rather very, very straightforward, maybe analytic this way, but I don't know, is it a good way analytic? However, for those purposes, we can say that people who are more logic, they would say that even now, I'm driving by emotion, and when I'm talking about this, you are feeling my emotions. If I would be driven by logic, I would explain this in a different way. But I'm not so, I can't in that way. So yeah, however, you saw the difference about responding to that question, how to describe feelings. Emotional person will use emotion, and you're gonna feel this emotion. Logical person will use logic, and you're gonna feel this logic. So why I'm saying that all product services is not the shaming serve at work, is about tightroping. It's because people don't get it that they are driven by this part or by this part. Everything what happens in their life, it's generally driven by one side of them. And what is going on with the other part? So if I'm driven by logic, and something is so everything around me and probably as well inside me, I'm using a logical way. Sometimes I'm saying in a not in usual way because I'm having an epilepsy, and this my, let's say, unusual way of communicating is helping my brain, my memory to work proper. Okay, and and still, this is very good program. You will not find this for this price. You will not find this anywhere else. And okay, I will gonna say something. Okay, how to finish this video so you know very good. Okay, so the people who are driven by logic, or people who are driven by emotions, when something is happening around them and inside them, they are using generally emotions to handle the life. It's a very good expression. People who are using this side of emotional side, they are driven by emotional side to handle the life. They usually use emotional part. However, the logical part is the part of the human being. So sometimes when your emotional side cannot handle everything what is happening inside you or around you, then another part is coming up, and then you are very confused and maybe in shock, maybe confused. It's many of ways your behavior can be happen. So let's say that something in your job was happen. So you get some task and you are doing this, and suddenly something so strong it's happen that your logic or your emotional side, depend what part of you are driven, cannot handle it. And so then to help you, the other part who are not your driven side is coming to you to help you. So and however, this all confusion make that you are let's say skyrocket, you know, your behavior, acting became, or thoughts or words are becoming very skyrocket, and you know, so, and later it's, you know, start and later after a while it's cooling down, and you are go on and driving by your side. So this project, what is about, and what I discovered after so many years, it's tightroping. It's understanding that despite of what part of you are driving, that you get two side of you, and this is very crucial because people don't know that. Generally speaking, people don't know that. Maybe people something saying, "Oh, I'm logical, I'm emotional," but it's not going nowhere because people don't know how to handle this. And in next video, I will maybe explain you more to gather my thoughts a little bit. Okay, cheers.